And we're live.
Yay.
Okay, I'll let you do the intro.
Works for me. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is yet another scene for Hong Kong House of Cards. Today is Tuesday, November 3rd, 2015. And today we find ourselves in Celine's shop, where our dear Miss Artana seems to have found herself in quite a pickle. Strange books, strange people, the joy of it all. And we will begin on, of all things, a beautiful sunny afternoon. It is probably roughly 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so business is starting to die down. I'm assuming she runs during daytime operating hours.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's starting to get to the end of the business day, and a man very much in. Have you seen Bram Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman as Dracula?
Not that version, but I have
Okay,
seen
okay.
the movie.
A very well-dressed man, dressed in roughly, it looks like he's in period gear, for the late early 1900s. Um, Comes walking in. He
Okay.
is carrying a cane. He has jet black flowing hair that runs down to probably his probably mid stomach. Um, he has like crystalline, I'm talking like underworld style blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Very pale. Um, uh, for the record, appearance 9.
Okay.
Um, and this gentleman walks in. He's also wearing a trench coat rather than a suit coat.
All
Which
right.
is very odd, seeing as well the man's extremely fashionable, aside from a trench coat rather than a suit coat. But could be a cosplayer, who knows? And he walks to the desk, and
And she's there.
his shadow's kind of slightly dancing behind him. Um, don't know. Could be a reflection, a play on the lighting in here. Could be God knows what. But normally shadows don't do this shit.
All
So.
right. She'll look up from whatever she's doing. She's probably doing logging, and she'll go, "Hello. How may I help you?"
I should probably mention he also has like some straight up Coke bottle like style glasses. They are tinted black. Not player note, not obtenebration tinted black, but they are like black, like blackout window black. And he looks towards the direction of the voice. Mm. Well, you see, we seem to have a slight problem. I hear that you deal in books, and normally that wouldn't be a problem. However, hold on, vehicle, like in a truck. Yay, freight trucks. Now, some little birdies told me that you happen to have a very valuable book. One of.
All right. Sorry about that. Somebody called
Oh,
me.
you're fine. Did you catch what was going on?
I kind of half heard.
Okay. Very briefly, he's saying that there's an issue and he's looking for a book, a very valuable book.
And she'll
Um,
go. She'll say she's wearing basically what the picture shows, except she has a black trench coat on over it. She'll say, "I can show you to the back. What kind of book are you looking for?" And she'll start walking towards the back room. Because the way
oh,
her bookshop is set up, there's the front part, which is kind of the public part of the bookstore, and she has all her occult books in the back.
gotcha. He'll smile, and everything about this man is inviting, and draws you in. And he'll
Okay.
look at her, and he'll kind of click his, tongue against his teeth. No. What I'm looking for is a book that a novice scholar would have.
A nodist? She sounds like she's never heard the term before.
I need perception. Oh, perception, empathy. I need 18 dice.
18. How many you said?
18.
Okay.
Sorry, I know that's quite a bit. But welcome to your new god. Standard diff. If you're rolling subterfuge, manipulation subterfuge counter.
Nope, she's not. That was the roll.
Okay. How many successes was that? Like
I think it was
ton?
4. I think
Okay.
it was either 4 or 5.
Okay, cool. Perception empathy 4. She is lying. Yes, I take that.
No, she
Okay.
actually has not heard the term before. Because
Gotcha.
the only thing Fang told her was that she heard Book of Nod, and she was told don't sell that book to anyone. She doesn't know exactly what a nodist is.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So he will kind of reach up and rub his barren chin and well, okay. Let's get a bit more direct then. You have a book called the Book of Nod. Where is it?
Fang took it, and she looks kind of surprised.
Right. Okay. If you come in anything into acquisition of anything that would be along these lines of interesting, you're going to inform me.
And she kind of is looking around. Why? She doesn't
Because
understand why she would.
I'm going to give you a gift that you will want again and again and again and again, my poor child. Come, he says, at this point turning around and walking towards the door.
She's looking around. She's kind of confused. And by the way, Fang has kinfolk watching her store because they were worried about the technocracy attacking her.
Okay. Yeah.
So if she walks out, they will notice her. Fang's kinfolk will notice.
Okay. That's fine. That just lets me let Ari know later. Brief synopsis of what's going on. So yeah, he is going to walk towards the door, and when he gets to the door, if she is not following, he's going to kind of stand at the door and bang his walking stick. Which upon what kind of flooring is it? Just out of curiosity.
Mostly carpet.
Mostly carpet. Okay.
Although, like right at the entrance, it would be tile with a rug over it.
When he bangs this cane against the rug, like the sound of the force is almost deafening.
Okay.
And he kind of looks over his shoulder. Are you coming?
And she's looking back at her employees, and she goes, "You gotta get someone to watch the shop." And you see her walk back to talk to her employees, and then as she walks into the back room for about 5 minutes, walks back out.
Okay.
And she goes, "Oh, all right."
So,
just the way she figures, if something's gonna happen, Fang's people are outside, so she figures she's probably pretty safe.
Yep.
Because in character, she doesn't know any better. She just thinks, well, if he is a supernatural, Fang will show up, and as far as she knows, Fang's a badass. So
Poor
she has
Fang.
no frame of reference.
Right. So he opens the door and walks out. And outside,
She'll follow him.
outside is a very ornate limo done up in the style of a Rolls Royce, particularly a Rolls Royce Phantom.
Okay.
And he will open the back door and kind of gesture towards the inside.
And she'll walk in. By the way, what's your character's humanity? Just curious.
He is humanity 10.
Okay, because yeah, she's half your humanity.
Yeah. This guy is humanity 10.
She's lower humanity than most vampires I've met.
Yep. So
she'll walk out and kind of get in the car. Notice her hand is definitely in her trench coat, like she's holding a weapon of some sort. She's kind
he
of.
can't see it.
She doesn't seem distrusting yet, but she seems very cautious.
He can't see it. So,
Okay.
and he gets into the car after her and closes the door, and sets the cane down beside him. It's lavish. Anything you need, you will find in here. Pretty much, whatever you're looking for, it's in here. And he will clap his hands, and the car will take off. I'm assuming she's moving around somehow while all of this is going on.
Yeah, she does. You kind of looking around the inside of the car, kind of checking it out a bit.
Okay. He'll look over at her. So, would you like a refreshment?
She shakes her head. She's figured, because first thing Fang told her was don't take anything from any of the supernaturals. Don't drink anything you're offered, so she shakes her head. I mean, you could, you'd probably just have to dominate her in order to get her to do it.
Right. He'll look at her. So, I'm going to give you a gift. This gift is very important. However, I will not force you to take it. What kind of company do you keep?
She'll look suspicious. She doesn't think you're a cop, but you seem really high society, so she goes, well, I have the people that come in my shop, and there's all sorts.
He gives a very low sigh of almost like if a cat could sigh when it's playing with a mouse.
Okay.
So, yeah. He kind of looks down and then folds his hands and looks up at her. The people you call friends, what kind of people are
they? Well, since he's not exhibiting any of the signs of a typical vampire, she has no clue that he's supernatural, so she's just going to say, I got my friends are all kinds. I have some who are really smart. I got some that can do all kinds of tricks, like sleight of hand and stuff for magic shows.
Wrapping his fingers against the seat.
Okay.
Child, I'm going to ask you a very direct question, and I expect a very direct answer. Are you friends with werewolves? Garou, lupine, whatever they prefer to call themselves nowadays.
She shakes her head. No, but my friend is a coyote, a were-coyote. Because after that, she figures you're definitely supernatural if you know about
Give me 14 dice.
Okay.
Diff 8 on this.
Okay, so only one success that I see.
Right. Their thing. They exist. Okay. So, how would you like to live forever?
She goes, well, that sounds kind of nice.
You could learn everything. You could
Yeah,
eventually
you
know
could.
everything.
That that sounds pretty good, she says, and she's very hesitant.
What's her heart rate like right now?
She could probably be speeding up. I mean, she's in a situation where she got in this guy's car and he drove off, so she's definitely not calm.
Give me again 18 dice. Perception empathy. He's trying to gauge her emotional state.
Okay.
Diff 6 because standard.
So yeah, that's 7 dice or 7 successes.
Nice. So yeah. Set the stage, oh maestro. What's going on emotionally with her? Where's she at?
She's probably freaking out and wondering if she should try and get a hold of Fang because she's kind of starting to get freaked out a bit. And the one thing Fang told her was, "Don't mess with vampires; they're dangerous." And now she's like, "I probably should have listened." She's kind of starting to freak out.
He'll give this incredibly inviting half smirk. At this point, it's useless to make a phone call. Your phone is disabled. It's not going to work here.
Now she's definitely got a weapon in her hand, and she hasn't pulled it yet, but she's definitely looking straight at him, like, freaking out.
Yeah. He's like, sorry. What I meant to say was, this little encounter needed to be unbridled. We needed to have peace, quiet, and privacy. Do you understand?
She nods.
Now, would you like the gift of immortality?
Can I make a what would it be, like, intelligence occult roll to figure out just to see to see if she even thinks about the whole, if you live forever, you're gonna outlive what family you left, to all the, like, to see if she'll think about the connotations of living forever, basically.
I would say that'd be straight intelligence.
Okay.
I would say at diff 7, just because that is a tough thing.
Yeah, it's not something unless you're an intellectual. It's not something you're going to think about immediately. So no, she doesn't even think about that. She'll nod. She'll say, "Sure."
Right. He will press a button to his left in the console, and a little chalice will rise up out of a different console beside him, and he will reach for it, and he will undo his cuff and pull it back. His skin is completely fucking it's almost so devoid of color that you can see through it.
Okay.
He will he reaches into his breast pocket and pulls out what looks like, have you ever seen Sweeney Todd?
No.
Okay. You know what a straight razor is?
Yes.
Yeah, he pulls out a straight razor and just slices his wrist and starts, he balls up his hand into a fist and begins bleeding into the chalice. And he takes the chalice with the free hand and, continues to bleed into it. Now, this can be a bit bitter. What would you prefer to wash it down with?
She goes, maybe whiskey? Some whiskey?
What kind? Jameson?
Since I don't know actually all that much about different kinds of whiskey, she'll just
Gotcha.
say, yeah, Jameson. Because
Okay.
I like whiskey, I just personally don't know like the specific kinds.
Oh, see, I have a buddy of mine who's a very whiskey connoisseur. So it's like
Yeah.
I can give you names of whiskeys and like specifics. He reaches over and pulls down like the seat and sets the chalice down, and his arm stops bleeding and heals right there, and reaches over and gets
Mm-hmm.
a bottle of Jameson Blue Label and opens it and
All right.
fills the remainder of the cup with it.
Okay.
Spitting of blood. He reaches out his index finger of the hand that was bleeding, and a claw begins to extend from the index finger, like a ridiculous sized claw. Like we're talking protein, level claws. And he
Yeah.
reaches the tip in and just stirs this entire time. Again, 18 dice, empathy, perception, empathy.
She didn't faint at that. She's fainted 3 times. So I just want to make sure she didn't faint there.
Yeah.
So what that roll was for. Because she's fainted, I think, 2 or 3 times. Once when she met the were-tiger, and once when she fought when they got out of the Umbra from fighting the net spiders. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7.
One moment.
Yeah, 7 successes.
One moment. I was sending a message. Cool. 7 successes. What is her emotional state at all of this?
She's excited, a little apprehensive, and trying to figure out why he's being so giving when she's heard that vampires are very much, think all about themselves. She has no idea what a ghoul is. She doesn't know what
Right.
drinking vampire's blood will do. So
Nice. Okay. So he stirs the cup a few more minutes just to, give it enough stir to mix everything together. And spinning blood. Roll me perception alertness
for her,
for her. Yes.
so it would be just 3, I believe, or it's either 3 or 2. Yeah, just 2. She doesn't have alertness. Or does she? Maybe. No. Okay. Just had to double check. She got 10.
110. Awesome. Cool. He is suddenly beside you. Like you didn't see him move.
Okay. Yeah, she's in a churn and she brings out a knife and she's like, because you startled her, so she's like whips out a knife and she has it held like kind of like this, like she was gonna stab you until she realized it was you.
Yep, it's him, and he will offer her the cup.
She'll look at it and then she'll take a sip.
There's whiskey. Yeah. So, ghouling process. Congratulations, you are a ghoul.
Okay. Doesn't her sheet need to be edited or something?
I will be editing your sheet shortly.
Okay. I just wasn't sure.
So yes. Congratulations. You at this point are being driven for what seems to be hours.
Yeah, there's probably a car following, but I assume you get your driver could probably lose it pretty easy.
Yeah. I'll have to talk to Ari about that. At one point, you are instructed to put a bag over your head. You are handed a bag and instructed to put it over your head. Congratulations, Blood Bond 1, by the way.
Yep.
So do with that what you want. But he's very insistent on you wear the bag.
Yeah, she'll probably put it on because, I mean, she's blood bonded.
Yep.
Level 1, she'd at least be more slightly inclined to listen.
So, yeah. When you when the bag is taken off, it's actually a cloth bag, so it's not like a paper bag. It's not uncomfortable. It's actually fairly comfortable.
Okay.
When it is taken off of you, you were let out of the vehicle. You were in a massive warehouse.
All right.
You smell salt. You hear gulls. And yeah, I think unless you need to cover something else, that is where we will end this, and
Okay.
we will talk post live. So
Great.
awesome. Well, that being said, thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching, and as always, have a good evening.
Great.